Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I do have another Asselmo video for you guys. I'm really happy about this one. I had one earlier on a different video, but then he posted another video tonight, so I snatched this one up instead. I'm glad that I did this one instead, because when I went through poster 7, I actually found a couple things in there that nobody else has really ever pointed out, which shuts down frauditors 100% in a post office. I hope you enjoy the video.
What's going on, folks? Auditing America. I'm out with Audits con Sazón. ¿Cómo está mi gente? Estamos en Auditing America y nos encontramos en el United States Post Office, en el correo. Estamos aquí con Audits con Sazón. Vamos a ver si nos respetan nuestros derechos. We're going to see if they respect our rights. We're going to see if they respect our First Amendment right to video record. We're over here in Orlando at the United States Post Office.
Okay, so the First Amendment does say that we have the right to free press. When the Constitution was written, there was no such thing as filming. So press would have been anything you've seen, which means you can tell everybody word of mouth, or you could write it down and share it. Whether it be in a note, a book, a newspaper, it didn't matter. However, we are in a time of electronics. If the Supreme Court felt that free press also meant recording government officials and police, they would have made that very clear. However, the only thing that the circuit courts have made clear, or the Supreme Court has made clear, is that we have the right to film police while they are conducting their jobs. To date, the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th Circuit Courts of Appeals have recognized a First Amendment right to record police personnel carrying out their official duties in a public place. There is nothing that says we have free press, or we have the right to record libraries, post offices, city hall, Social Security offices, CPS offices, schools, but we do have the right to film police while they're conducting their duties. So again, Asselmo, show me in the First Amendment where it states that we have the right to film anyone at work in a government office. I will bet you $100 that you won't find it anywhere in the First Amendment.
Yeah, but we just didn't have like a regular. We give a stamp for a while. I didn't know if they have different.
Let you know, I just forward mail, my mail with my name on the PO box. I freak out if I start seeing other people's mail in my body. I only got a small.
Excuse me, I'm not allowed to record anyone.
Oh, we're not?
No,
I'm so sorry. Could you show me the rules?
you can't be recording us.
Hello? Can we or can we not, sir?
Well, you know what, Asselmo, I will be more than happy to show you the rules. This here is poster 7. Now, I can enlarge it, blah, blah, blah. We've all seen it. However, I did find a few things. Number 1, this is what's said about, photographs, filming, blah, blah, blah. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings. Asselmo, are you doing this for a public meeting? No. What are you doing this for? Oh, yeah, to put this on YouTube so you can make money off of it. Let's continue. Except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel. Let me explain what authorized personnel means, because you clearly don't know what it means. Anybody who works at the post office is authorized personnel. So if they tell you you cannot record, legally, you have to stop recording. If you do not, you will be trespassed. Technically, you'll be asked to leave, and then we all know you won't, and then you'll be trespassed. Let me read that one more time for you, because I know you're working with a very slow brain, and it may take a little time to let it sink in. I definitely cannot get to your level of stupidity, because that would hurt. So I'll just do this again for you. Photographs for news purposes, which, by the way, you're not recording for news purposes. You're not the news. You're not the press. You're not a journalist, and you're not media. You're a crappy little YouTuber who's running a dying channel. Just wanted to remind you of that. May be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings. You're not using it for a public meeting, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule. Again, anyone who works at the post office is authorized personnel. Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster or installation head. Let me explain that sentence to you, because this is the only sentence in this whole freaking thing that applies to you, because you are not the news. You are not the media or the press or a journalist. So the only part of this that applies to you is the last fucking sentence. Other photographs, which would mean other people taking photographs or filming you, may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster or installation head. Therefore, you do not have a First Amendment right to walk into a post office and just film whatever the hell you want. Is you didn't get permission from the local postmaster or the installation head. Now, did you? Let's move on to another section of Poster 7 that I found quite interesting when I was going through it. Disturbances. Because every time you walk into a post office and you're told you cannot film, you create a disturbance every time. Disturbances are as follows. Disorderly conduct, or conduct that creates loud and unusual noise. Your voice, your shrill voice, consistently creates loud and unusual noise when you're told no. Or which impedes entrance to or departure from post offices, or otherwise obstructs the usual use of entrances, foyers, corridors, offices, elevators, stairways, and parking lots, or which otherwise tends to impede or disturb the public or employees in the performance of their duties. Every time you walk into a post office and you're told no, and you sit there and throw another toddler fit, yes, I can. The First Amendment says I can. Get your supervisor. I want your manager. I want your supervisor. You can't tell me I can't record. I have a First Amendment right. I'm a journalist working on a story that'll never fucking come out because I'm lying to you. That right there is you impeding or disturbing the public and the employees. Forget the word or, it's and the employees in the performance of their duties, or which otherwise impedes or disturbs the general public in transacting business or obtaining the services provided on postal service property. All of that is prohibited. Therefore, your existence in a post office is completely prohibited because it is guaranteed 100%. If you walk in a post office, you are going to cause a disturbance in one way or another. Let's look at another section that I read in Poster 7 that I found very interesting and fits with you. Every frauditor, including Asselmo, always says, well, I have the right to record in the post office because we have the right to public assembly and to address blah, blah, blah. Let me read this. Leafletting, distributing literature, picketing. None of those really involve frauditors. However, demonstrating by members of the public, that would be frauditors right there. They are demonstrating bullshit in lobbies and other interior areas open to the public in a post office. Okay? Demonstrating by members of the public are prohibited in lobbies and other interior areas open to the public, which means any fucking space that a civilian can go into in the post office. Public assembly and public address, except when conducted or sponsored by the Postal Service, are prohibited in lobbies and other interior areas open to the public. Therefore, you going into the post office as the public and assembling and addressing is 100% prohibited in the lobbies and all other interior areas open to the public. Now, I find it quite interesting that, again, this has never been even read by anyone else in our community that I have seen. If anybody else has seen another person in our community read these 3 sections out, now I know everybody has read the first one about photography, but I haven't really seen anybody read these other 2 and literally break it down. So when I read them, I was like, wait a minute, this is important. This is part of Poster 7. This literally shuts down every fucking frauditor that walks into a post office. 100% shuts them down. So I'm just trying to figure out why it's never been brought up. We all know why a frauditor is not going to show it, because it literally states that they're not supposed to be there doing that. They're not allowed to be there. They're not prohibited to be doing that. Anyways, so I showed you the rules, Asselmo. Carry on.
Is it 5427 Colorado?
Are you being there for whole time?
Yeah, if he's still recording.
How you doing? How may I help?
Well, you were here. That's it. You go first.
Oh, okay, thanks. All I need to do
You guys doing a social thing?
Shut us. We don't really answer questions, but we'll give you our business cards when we're done.
Sure.
Thank you.
The Canadians ones are not bringing
I'd be interested to see.
You've been there for a long time.
Didn't they used to have some on the wall?
Today, because there was a package.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Pine Hills location.
But the thing
All right.
is,
Never mind.
how you doing, Sophie? Wait a minute.
Do you have any more?
I want to find out if you were there for a long time. If not,
I don't know, several.
we'll be there before you.
Yeah, I've been there for a long time.
For a long time?
For a long time.
So you're getting mail like for this address, but it doesn't have to be there.
So as we watch Asselmo actually record people's conversation in public, I would like to remind people that Florida's wiretapping law is a 2-party consent law. Florida makes it a crime to intercept or record a wire, oral, or electronic communication in Florida, unless all parties to the communication consent. I don't recall the employee or the customer consenting to his recording their conversation. You can clearly see or listen and hear every single word they're saying in this conversation. I would also like to point out how he keeps zooming in on what's going on the counter. The DHS memo states itself that they are not allowed to record that area. Yet he's not only recording in that area, but he's zooming in on the counter.
You might want to try by next week because there's no mail. I don't know if you put in a change of address. If you want to try to put it one in again. Yeah.
Can you stop recording me, please?
I'm just working on it. I'm not here to film you guys. I haven't done so.
I'm sorry, but there's customers right here, buddy.
I'm not trying.
You're fine. You can record from back there.
I'm not interfering.
Right here?
I'm not interfering. I'm not interfering. I'm just filming. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. You're very nice. Wait We're just doing a YouTube video. It's nothing bad.
Anything else you want to
So he finally admits the truth that he's just there making a YouTube video while still recording people's conversations that they're having with the employees. I mean, come on.
Is that my name? Let me see.
Shout out to Artist Consaso. Make sure you go check him out.
Yeah, just point that way.
I'm actually zooming at him, but this is exactly what we're doing, ma'am.
No, I don't like it. It's just this.
I understand we're not. I haven't. I'm not. I should stop. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do what strangers tell me to do. Yeah, that's what my mom taught me.
Yeah.
Yep.
She taught you to be.
You absolutely have the right to videotape.
Thank you, sir. Sir, do you have any idea what the First Amendment is? I think you do.
You're allowed to videotape in a public place.
Thank you.
That's a smart man.
Shout outs to this guy.
You're free to videotape anybody in the building.
Auditing America.
It's public access, even in a federal building.
Thank you.
You're allowed to
Thank you.
allowed to record.
Even though we're not here to film you guys, you know what I'm saying?
And we're in a public space though, so we can't tell you not to.
This guy's a pro. Thank you, dog.
Uh-oh, it looks like Asselmo is taking a page from Associated Press. He seems to either be paying people to come in and side with him, or he's just found another complete idiot like him who thinks you can legally walk in and just start recording everything and everybody. He's already been told more than once now to stop recording. He has not. He can now be told to leave or he's trespassing. Plain and simple. And yes, Asselmo, you do have to listen to strangers, especially when they have authority over you. I find it really hard to believe that your mom took any time of her life to raise you. Any woman would not raise their child to grow up and be you.
It comes with a jacket. It does come with a jacket. Oh, yeah.
No, but I have all the locations.
Okay.
Alright? Okay. Then we go to any of those places. Next person in line, please. You ready, sir? Come right on up.
How you doing, sir? If you're waiting, if you're ready, I can help you here.
Excuse me, he's doing a transaction. Can you back up, please?
I'm actually filming you, ma'am, not him.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
This is against our policy. Can you back up, please? Because we're dealing with a customer. We're dealing with money. And your information. Your private information.
I'm not interfering, ma'am. How come you're the only one upset? They're all cool with it. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, guy.
I don't want no camera in my face.
Well, you see, you work in a public building, ma'am. Unfortunately, you are under a camera. If you wanna work somewhere. Well, we do worry because you see, we have thousands watching, and this is a federal facility that we, the people, have the right to check up on. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys work for us.
Good.
Anything.
She's the only one that is saying anything because she seems to be the only employee who has bothered to read the policy, or as it's called, Poster 7. So out of all the employees there, she seems to be the only one with intelligence and who cares enough to read Poster 7. She is 100% correct. You cannot be in there filming. There's a difference between you and these employees at the post office. Okay? First of all, you're a low-life scum criminal who thinks it's okay to beat up women and sexually assault them. It seems to be your hobby. Other than going around and harassing people who are actually at work, something you have never in your life done because you're too lazy. You like to take the easy way for everything. And then you cry and whine and beg when you finally get arrested for doing the criminal activity that you have chosen to do. You do not, they don't work for you. Let's just get that straight right away. They do not work for you. They don't work for you. They don't work for me. They don't work for anybody. You are nobody's boss. No one. As a matter of fact, I guarantee when you were even in prison, you weren't the boss. You had a boss. And I'm pretty sure you were quite pretty and yummy right to his face. I want to see you continue to screw up, because I hope you get arrested more times than you would like, because this country would be a whole lot better off if you were right back in prison, where you belong.
To check up on. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, you guys work for us.
Good.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You're very nice. It's just some public employees, they think that we work for them, and they don't know it's the other way around. So we're just bringing awareness on who the real bosses are.
365 is a 2-day guarantee.
Also, we look at the rules and policies from the postal office.
Again, you are nobody's boss. Absolutely nobody's boss. Also, you've never read Poster 7. And if you did, you purposely skipped over the important parts of it. Because there it is right there. You're already causing a public disturbance. And you are disturbing the employees while they're working. You're hindering them from doing their job. Because their job could get done so much smoother if you were not there right on top of the customer recording. You're not even off in a corner somewhere. You are literally a foot behind the customer. Trust me, I will be calling this post office in the morning. I will make sure this video is taken down. Or you will have to literally blur out everyone's face.
Shout outs to the people of Puerto Rico. She's Puerto Rican. No, you're not? Yeah, you look Puerto Rican. You're definitely in Orlando, full of Puerto Ricans. I know you tried Puerto Rican food. Where are you from, actually? Dominican. You're Dominican. You don't? But you should be proud of where you're from. So. Oh, shout outs to the Dominican Republic. You see, we're the same. That's why I thought you were Puerto Rican. Because Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico is one big union. We're all the same. We all got good food.
I honestly am speechless on this one. Like, I don't even have a comment for the stupidity of what he just said.
Awesome. Okay, so we have poster 7 right here. Thank you, Mr. Audits Concession, pointing out poster 7, which clearly states right here that for photographs for news and advertising purposes, pictures or videos may be taken in entrances, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums. It's just about mutual respect. We're not here to film the public.
Okay, he went and looked at poster 7, but I need you to do me a favor, Asselmo. I need you to finish reading what that section of poster 7 is. You did get that part right. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, and auditoriums. However, you failed to continue. Because if you had continued, you would have literally sold yourself out as going against poster 7. And knowing you went against poster 7. Because when you finish it, it says, when used for public meetings. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I mean, what do you say? It's just clear and intentional misleading information coming out of one of the world's stupidest people. And he is right. It's all about respect. However, you have to respect others to get the respect back. And that's something Asselmo hasn't figured out yet, is to respect others. He walks into any place and he expects that everyone is supposed to respect him and kiss his ass, but he can treat anybody the way he wants. It doesn't work that way in life, little boy. Sorry.
That's why Mr. America does what he does. That's why Artist con Sazon does what he does. Guys, we're in Orlando at the United States Post Office. We're going to continue doing this with snapbacks. The First Amendment will continue. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, I don't know why he calls himself Mr. America. He is definitely not Mr. America. He's a low-life, junky piece of shit is what he is, but he's definitely not Mr. America. And no, you do what you do because you cannot get hired at a real job because of your criminal record. That's why you go around harassing public employees who actually do have jobs. That's just how it is. That's literally the honest to God truth on why you do what you do. Well, that and, you're just an annoying asshole. But other than that, he's got some other weirdo with him who barely spoke even 2 words the whole time. Because Asselmo clearly can't do shit on his own. He needs somebody to hold his hand every step of the way through life. Basically, this was another fail for him and another walk of shame. I mean, Asselmo's so used to doing the walk of shame by now. He has perfected the walk of shame. Because, let's face it, he is a failure. In life, he is a failure. I don't know what else to say about this video. I mean, it was so annoying. It seems like he's trying so hard to get content because his channel is dying so quickly. Like I've already said, it's hanging on by a thread with life support. I don't know how much longer it's going to actually stay. I think the most people watching are people from our community, and those who are the ones who are making the videos on him. The channel is dying, and he's so desperate for content right now that I think that's the funniest part of all of his videos, is that he's just desperate at this point. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's another Asselmo video, and just like with Chili's voice, you can only take so much of Asselmo's voice, but that's why I watch it and I listen to it completely through, so you don't have to. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Stay safe. Take care. I love each and every one of you.